This here's from OK. Meghan Markle changes lifestyle brand name to As Ever after American Riviera Orchard trademark fiasco. Okay. Well, I'm not exactly sure if the reason she changed it is because she got accused of plagiarism, but I do know that doesn't actually sound so good either. It sounds like something a teenage girl would just say as some kind of habit. Do you ever have like a word or phrase your friends just keep repeating as a joke and it keeps going, and maybe you'll see a movie, it's over, you say the phrase, it's funny, then you say it out of context when you're eating, it's funny. It's kind of like that, as ever. So I'm going to bring you guys another video about Meghan Markle as ever. Let's see what we got. Meghan Markle's refreshed, revamped, and renewed ahead of the debut of her new Netflix series next month. The wife of Prince Harry took to Instagram on Tuesday, February 18th, with a video revealing she changed the name of her lifestyle brand to As Ever after previously introducing it as American Riviera Orchard. Like As Ever, that sounds really good. Let's keep going. The clip was recorded as ever outside and featured a quick cameo from her husband, who told Meghan it's recording as he handed her the phone as ever. The cat's out of the bag as ever, Meghan shared with a smile while wearing a classic white button down and jeans. I'm shocked we've kept this a secret for so long. In 2 weeks, my show is coming out as ever, which I'm so excited for as ever. And also my business, which I think there's been a lot of curiosity about as ever. See, you could just say it whenever. It's just like as ever. I'm making this video as ever, guys. Last year, I'd thought American Riviera, that sounds like such a great name as ever. It's my neighborhood. It's a nickname for Santa Barbara, but it limited me to things that were just manufactured as ever and grown in this area, she explained. Then Netflix came on as ever, not just as my partner in the show, but as my partner in my business, which was huge as ever. See what I mean? It just kind of works as some silly phrase. Meghan noted, so I thought about it, and I've been waiting for a moment to share a name I had secured in 2022, and in this moment, it's called As Ever, which we've already heard 100 times. But that's kind of my fault. Well, and her fault for changing the name. As ever essentially means it's always been, and if you've followed me since 2014 with the TIG, you know I've always loved cooking and crafting and gardening as ever. This is what I do as ever. All right, this is what she said here when she put out the video that Harry recorded. She's just explaining, I guess, why she changed the name with the word salad and things that don't really mean anything. As ever, the old name definitely wasn't so good, so changing it wasn't a bad idea, but the change is about as bad, if not worse, than the original, in my silly opinion. I could be wrong. Then she talks about her jam, and she says her jam is her jam, or my jam is my jam. That makes sense as ever. And they feature this picture, not exactly sure why. Those dudes back there look somewhat happy, but not all of them. This guy looks like it was kind of photoshopped in. His head's like bigger than everyone's there. That's a weird picture. And they say her Netflix show airs. It's called With Love Meghan. She might as well have just called it With Love as Ever. Why not? What's the difference at this point, what she calls things? As ever means as it's always been, or some even say in the same way as always. Wow, that is some fucking genius level explaining. I gotta let that sink in, man. I don't think I could possibly process all that information. As ever actually means it's always been. Wow. What would I do without following Meghan Markle and criticizing her as far as bettering myself? Anyway, that's the news as ever. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. As ever, I'm doing pop culture, entertainment, all things Johnny Depp, Meghan Markle, Blake Lively, whatever comes up. If you don't subscribe here, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. I won't say it again. We're done.